Life is a grand privilege of a great adventure. And the great thing about living life is that we all get to determine the direction our path and compass will point. Determining such a direction often requires for us to eliminate our self-limiting beliefs in order to flourish and thrive. Kerry Schmidt is a motivational speaker and life coach who's on a mission to positively impact 1 million people through her book, Behind the Screen, and through her motivational speaking efforts as well. Smith believes that we all have the tools in order to make a meaningful and purposeful difference in our lives and in the lives of others. And through her work, she helps people connect to their power, passion, and purpose. She joined me this week to have a conversation about life transformation and eliminating our self-limiting beliefs in order to thrive. I'm Kevin McShann. Let's have this conversation. Already, I'll take a moment to welcome you to the program, and I'm super excited to learn how you transform lives this afternoon. Great to see you, and thank you so very much for being here.
Thank you.
We started our conversation by Smith detailing just how she's able to maximize the impact on the people that she has a chance to work with and influence in a positive direction and helping them define exactly what it is
Yeah, so
their
I
purpose
started
is.
with life coaching. So I help people really connect to their power, their inner self, their true selves. I help them kind of overcome their limiting beliefs, the conditions and limitations that we've all been conditioned to believe in, step into their truth, gain the confidence to take action on their goals and dreams. So I help clients do that, but then I also do executive business coaching and consulting. And from that perspective, I like to say I'm a conscious leader. So conscious leadership is really, having empathy for the people that you're working with in a workplace. I think communication and accountability are the biggest weaknesses, but so very important. So learning how to navigate the gap between the two is really important to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what does passion and purpose mean to you?
So your passion, I would say, is what makes your soul sing. It's that thing that inside of you that you just love to do. It doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like work. It's just something that ignites you and you're lit up when you talk about it or when you do that. And that is your passion. And your purpose is, I believe, we're spiritual beings having a human experience here on this planet, and we're here for a reason. So when you can tap into your purpose, that divine calling of why you're here, life just gets better. So that's kind of how you connect to your passion and your purpose.
Absolutely. And they also tell me that you help people sort of define clarity in their lives. So tell me, what's the fastest or most effective way that we can define clarity in our lives?
That's a loaded question, Kevin, but I'll try to answer. I'm just kidding. So, getting clear on what is what do you really want to do? Life is short. Tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. So, what is that calling? What is that yearning for more? What is it that makes your soul sing so that when you are living your life, you're living it intentionally, purposefully, and you're doing what you love? Unfortunately, most people don't do that. Most people are stuck in the conditioned way of thinking, and they just go through the motions of life and don't really live life to its fullest. So I think getting clear on what's important to you, what matters to you, what do you want to do with this limited amount of time that you have here on this planet? What do you want to do with that? So what's the true north? And that's really getting clear on your soul's purpose, and or from a business perspective is getting clear on where do you want your business to go and how do you want to impact your community or the world through the work that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Carrie, I'll share just a little bit about myself. So I told you before this started that I went through a physical therapy this morning. So I was actually born with what's called spastic quadriplegia cerebral palsy. It simply means that I don't have enough oxygen in my legs to walk normally. And one big part of my passion and purpose in life is celebrating diversity, equity, and inclusion. So when you think about DE&I, what do you think that entails for you personally?
I think that, we are all different, but we're all the same. We come from one creator, and no matter what you look like physically, whether it's the color of your skin, the color of your eyes, if you're tall, if you're short, if you're thin or not, what color hair you have, where you grew up, whatever it is, I believe that we need to stop putting labels on people because, like I said, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. In our human experience, there are some people that have disabilities and that have, special needs, and that's okay, right? We're all different, but we're all the same. So I believe that we need to really stop the judgment and stop the criticism in our world from a very large perspective down to the small, and just embrace the fact that you're living and you're breathing, and that is a joyous thing to celebrate. So diversity and inclusion is something that we need, and we need to help and support people that need help and support, and be there as a community for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And to that point, what are your definition of unity and how we can bridge the gap of division in society to become a more unified people?
I think we need to focus on raising our level of consciousness. And I believe that how you do that is to really overcome the conditioned way of thinking that we were taught. So for generations, society, governments, institutions, like I said, they place labels on people, on certain things. And I think we need to break down those walls and just be united in the fact that we have one planet and we're using its resources 1.7 times more than we have, right? So there's 7 billion people on the planet. We need to stop fighting. We need to stop the hatred, and we need to come together and embrace the fact that, love is the way. And I think that's the answer to solve all the problems in life is love.
I always say, Carrie, that it takes a lot more energy to be angry, so I choose to be happy because that's a lot more fun, isn't it?
Yes, yes. And, sometimes I was just on an interview about 2 hours ago, and sometimes it takes a wake up call to show us what's really important in life. Unfortunately, I call it the 3 Ds: death, disease, or divorce. It's like, unfortunately, there's sometimes that something negative happens to force you to see clearly. And we all just want one thing. I think we all want love. We all want to be accepted. So we need to, as people, come together and overcome the hurdles.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell me, and the work that you do, what does it mean to you to influence people in a positive way and direction?
It makes my soul sing to be able to see the impact that I can have on transforming someone's life, helping them see clearly to, co-create a life that they really want to live, whether it's, improving their health and well-being, their love and relationships, their career, or just having peace of mind and time and money freedom. I feel like it's my passion, it's my purpose to speak up, rise up, and I'm kind of like revolutionary. I'm okay to talk about the stuff that most people don't want to talk about, just because I think we need to talk about it anyway. And so that's, my book is Behind the Screen, and it's kind of like letting down that veil and really get to the truth. We need to uncover the truth and stop being so programmed or conditioned in the way that we think, feel, and act.
Yeah, you segued nicely into my next question. The next question I was going to ask you is about your own journey of self-discovery and how that sort of empowered you to do the work that you're currently doing.
Yeah, so it's been a long journey, and I write about all of that in the book. But I, right out of school and out of college in my career, I just wanted to continue to grow in my career. I wanted to continue to have an impact. And I was in the manufacturing industry. So I'm a woman in manufacturing. And over the course of 10 years, I kind of climbed the corporate ladder. I got to a level where money was good. I had a title of general manager, vice president, C-level executive type thing. And it was like, I'm still not happy. I still had a longing for more. And so that was kind of my spiritual journey of, diving into books and audiobooks and classes to understand the universal laws and how I can apply it to my life. So I followed a lot of the transformational leaders like Dr. Wayne Dyer, Marianne Williamson, Tony Robbins. I went out to LA. I studied with Mary Morrissey. I took her Dream Builder program. And then that's when I was like, I want to do this work. I want to be a voice in the world to help our youth, our young people realize that they have a power that's greater than any condition or circumstance. We're just not taught that in school. So I said, I want to do this work and I want to teach this to people, what I learned as an adult. So that's what kind of led me to where I'm at today.
Yeah, fabulous. And you brought it up a couple of times. So now's the time you get to tell me all about your book and what all the great messages that you put into it. What's your book about and how can people get their hands on it?
Yeah, so my book is called Behind the Screen. The screen is your lens of life. It's really your perspective of how you view yourself, how you view other people, and how you view the outside world. And that viewpoint or perspective is shaped upon your subconscious programming, which is from childhood. So your experiences, memories, and kind of shape your character as you grow up. So sometimes we need to get behind the screen and clean it, meaning we need to go into our mindset and look at some of our programming that we picked up. Some of it might be faulty, and we need to identify if those faulty programs are contributing to good results in our life, or they could be contributing to self-sabotaging habits that are not serving our life or our relationships or our families. So in Behind the Screen, I teach you how to uncover the truth, connect to your power, passion, and purpose. And through that, I tell my own stories of dealing with divorce as a child. My parents got divorced, and then I was in an interracial relationship. My family disowned me, so I share stories of that. The relationship I was in, the guy cheated on me many times, broke my heart. I talk about thoughts of suicide, drugs and alcohol abuse that led me to my moment of awakening. And then I tell the readers how they can kind of connect to their power, passion, and purpose. But I teach a 7-step life timeline system of transformation, which helps you identify your subconscious programming and override the faulty programs so that you can reprogram your mind and literally manifest anything that you want. Because I've been applying this system of transformation to my life for over a decade, and it works. It's validated. So I'm excited to share this book and my stories with the world, hoping that I can reach, teach, and transform over 1 million lives globally. And that's by raising human consciousness. And I'm a mental health awareness advocate. So I think that our mental health is so critical. And if we can teach people how to deal with their emotions, process their emotions, we can really help transform the future for our kids.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about faulty programming and mental health. One of the things that I think COVID has taught all of us that not always to take life so seriously and really hone in on the things that are very important to us. One of the lessons it's taught me is not to take my life so seriously, and that not everything has to be finished right when it has to cross your desk. So one of the things that I've learned, Kerry, through the pandemic is the importance of slowing down and really taking stock and inventory of the direction that I want my life to go. So I'm wondering your thoughts on the impact of COVID and how it's really impacted our personal development as people.
Yeah. So I actually write about that in the book. It's called The Catalyst for Change. So, whether the virus was intentional or not, whatever your viewpoint might be of it, it introduced a catalyst into humanity to kind of shift our perspective of life, slow us down so that we could reflect on what's really important. So I think COVID was our catalyst. And I believe that we are in a time on this planet where there's an energetic shift happening. And I believe that we're going towards a future where things have to change because they can't stay the way they've been. We have to evolve. And hopefully, if we can get enough people to kind of come together and raise their consciousness and realize what's really important, then we can evolve in a positive way and make positive change on the planet. So COVID is very unfortunate. I hate that we had to go through that. I hate that we're still dealing with it. However, everything in life depends on your perspective. So it's all how you look at it. I try to look at it from a positive perspective that, it helped us to kind of wake up to realize what's important. But also, I think that too many people have their blinders on and need to realize that there is conditioning that goes around. And you don't always have to believe what they tell you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kerry, I'm very good at celebrating the wins in life. Sometimes I think we all get caught up in the moment of getting things done. And we're such an instant gratification society, as I'm sure you would agree with. So my question has to do with the importance of celebrating wins in life and the importance that you place on it both personally and professionally.
You have to celebrate wins because life has its hills and valleys. It has its ups and downs. That's never going to go away. You know, there's always going to be, good and evil in the world, light and dark, positive and negative energy. That's the duality. So I think we need to learn how to process that. But, when you work hard for something, 100% you have to celebrate it. That's the good part of life. And when you accomplish those wins, whether it's personally or in your career, absolutely celebrate it. Allow yourself to feel that gratitude. I think we should all wake up with a heart of gratitude and go to bed. We should start our day, fill our day, and end our day with gratitude because it raises your vibrational level. And when you realize that everything's energy, then you want to pay more attention to your vibrational frequency and try to raise it.
Yeah, absolutely. And to that point, how do you think is the best way to sort of celebrate our personal fulfillment or defining personal fulfillment in life? And how can people really celebrate their a breakthrough moment, in your opinion?
I think, it depends on the person. Everybody's different. So whatever you love to do to celebrate, do it. It might be get your family together and as a group celebrate, or it might be a personal celebration. Go take a run or a walk or go exercise, take a vacation. I don't know what it is for each person, but I think whatever makes you happy and makes you feel fulfilled, then you should do that and you should seek that.
Yeah, and I'm fascinated to ask you your definition of empowerment from a woman's perspective, because I think women are really taking over the corporate landscape, and also the way that we view life is often shaped by women. So tell me your definition of women's empowerment and what that means to you.
Yeah. Women are amazing creatures. Um, I'll just say that women are amazing. We give birth to humans, we carry them around. I think women have a level of empathy sometimes that helps in the corporate environment. And I'm a woman who came from, like I said, manufacturing and was in senior management levels. And I believe the reason why I got there is because I have been empathetic to others. I really care about what the employees are going through or their struggles. And I actually listen to find out what they're struggling with so that we can find the solutions to stop that problem. And so, from an empowerment standpoint, I think that women, because of our level of empathy and maybe even our ability to communicate in different ways, helps from a corporate standpoint to kind of move the needle forward, if you will. But I will say also, I was in a all male dominated industry. So manufacturing is mostly all males. And so to be a woman in that type of leadership role, a lot of times is unheard of. But like you said, it's changing, right? Women are starting to come more onto the landscape. And I think that's because we're like ingrained to be able to raise kids and be flexible, I guess. And so that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. And my final question for you has to do with your own individual and personal legacy. Carrie, if they made your life into a movie, what do you think you would want the main plot line to be?
Oh, that's a good question, Kevin. I don't know. I feel like I went through a lot of seasons in my life for a reason that has prepared me to be a stronger woman. Um, it's prepared me to have a voice, to speak up and speak out for those who may not. So my legacy, what I want to leave, I want to be known as authentic. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, I can't fake it to make it. Even if I tried, I couldn't. I'm not a good actress or actor or whatever. I just, I'm very honest and truthful, but I'm also resilient. So I've been through a lot of tough situations, and that has prepared me to be stronger as a single mother, as an industry leader, and hopefully a transformational teacher, sold out speaker. So all of those things. But I really want to transform lives. I want to help people awaken and improve their life. If there's just one person I can help, then I feel like my job's done here.
Yeah, we all have to maximize our platform to make a difference, don't we?
Yes.
Absolutely. And Carrie, tell me if people want to get connected with you and all the great work that you do, what's the most efficient and effective way they can get that done?
Yeah. So you can visit my website. It's carrie-schmidt.com. And so you can connect with me there. My book is launching on June 1st, so it'll be available on Amazon. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. It'll be available on Amazon June 1st, so you can buy it there. You can go to my website to get any links. I offer life coaching services, business consulting services. So if you're interested in learning more, you can book a complimentary strategy session with me. On Facebook at Coach Carrie Schmidt, and Instagram at Care Bear Schmidt.
Fantastic. Well, I certainly enjoyed our conversation about life transformation and all the good work that you do to influence people in a positive way. Your work in the space, Carrie, and Tom, on my behalf, is most appreciated. And I want to thank you for being here this afternoon.
Thank you, Kevin, so much. I appreciate you taking the time.